he'll run his deal down and Real Madrid will get him on a free and we'll
God
be
forbid.
fucked, so that's how they operate. They're not going to spend what it would take this summer or next summer to get him, which would be a world record fee for a defender, over 100 million or, right around there. So they'll just wait for his deal to run down. I think what would give you solace would be knowing that he's not in a rush to leave this summer, but what would give you pause is that he's not in a rush to resign. And so you have him until that contract runs out. I think the writing is on the wall. And I love Saliba, but I just, there's just certain players that are just going to ascend beyond you, especially if you're not.
He's just
um,
destined for Real Madrid. It's just
yeah,
the
it
reality
is
of the
what
life.
it is. None of this ever rattles me. When we're not playing well, the media recirculates these same things because they want us to feel like the project has ended, it's crumbled, and everybody is leaving. But the
Has it ended
reality,
though? Surely it has.
I don't know if it's ended, but I think
Because I
that.
only asked you that. Sorry to cut you. Because
Mhm.
obviously we've come into this stage of fighting for a title now, and we failed. But I know we have to do a lot. But we've got a good base. We've established ourselves as huffing and puffing. We'll get into the quarterfinals or whatever for the second time. Has it moved now? Like, has the project done? And is it just we need
Yeah.
to win now? That's that. I guess that's what I'm
I
trying to ask.
think, yeah, of course we need to win now. There is no like progression and all that kind of stuff. I just, when it comes to like, the Salibas and all that kind of stuff and like, whether or not the project failed and all that, I just think it's just more like I get what because most projects that we've had multiple projects throughout the years. They just weren't called projects. The beginning of the end was players leaving, and so I think people want those things to happen because then those conversations can resurge again. We literally have Saliba for 2 more seasons. And especially if we don't win anything. So that's just the reality. He's not going to re-sign. And Real Madrid, the way that they do things is so clear. They're either going to get you on the last year or they're going to get you on a free.
They're probably
So
flirting with him already. Not only is it Real
yeah,
Madrid, it's France. You got a World Cup year next year. I
yeah,
do think we're at that stage where players, if I'm honest, not that they're down in tools, but they're probably questioning the project because they've been sold a dream just like us fans. But that's just me.
yeah, exactly. And I like that Saliba speaks plainly. I like that he said that we just haven't been good enough. We don't deserve to win, and that he wants to win big trophies. I don't really love our players talking too much because I feel like in the past it's not come off well. But I like when they talk with like clarity and just speak the facts. And there's a lot of our players that talk around the houses. I think Saliba and Raya and Saka are the only players I can remember that speak very plainly about us needing to win trophies and wanting to win them. Everybody else is kind of like, we're gonna do our best and
Very, very diplomatic, yeah. The PR thing, yeah.
it's like, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear I'm trying to win trophies. And to me, Saliba plays like a player that wants to win trophies. Is he perfect all the time? No, but him and Gabriel
Something
should have won
he also
something
said
by
as
now.
well.
Yeah. Oh, what you said, Gabriel? Wait, what?
No, 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 no. I think
Oh,
you're right with what you said.
has carried him this season. Like,
He said that. He said that. He said that.
yeah. So it is what it is. The last time I watched Arsenal in person was like last season. Um, I know I watched like the very first games. I watched this against Fulham. I can't even remember
I'm not
at
even
the
sure what
Emirates.
that
It's been a
big up UG
while,
too, but I don't know what that means. Like
but it was last season. Yeah, it was last
whether
season.
you're on TV or not, it's irrelevant. Yeah. Three things to ask you before I get out. I say we get out of it. We're going over to Jess's platform, so we'll continue
Yeah.
the Arsenal waffling. Arteta, when asked if this season is a failure, if Arsenal don't win silverware, he said, "We are not there yet. The way I describe failure is different compared to what someone else does." And when they asked him on what his thing is in terms of failure, he said, I know, but you don't. Where you at with that?
Arteta is he would make an excellent politician when he's done being a manager. He should go on like Shevchenko and go be a politician because he would be perfect at it. Arteta knows how to say a lot without saying anything. Like he's very you have to decipher his shit with like
We
Morse
just have to go
code.
back to May to
Yeah.
dispel all of this.
Yeah, honestly, I just think Arteta doesn't want to put out there that we failed or we're going to fail or it has failed or anything like that. I think He wants to keep the veil, in front. It's like last season when we were asking, like, so what are our targets for this season? And they talked around it a lot. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't listen to Mikel's pressers. I haven't listened to them in like 2 years.
I do, because it's crazy.
Because I'm like, what is he like? He ain't talking about nothing. He ain't saying nothing. And I don't expect him to. I don't. There's his style is very avoidant and clever. That's his style. And so
Comes
you're
across
never
as
gonna,
well kid at times.
yeah, you're not gonna ever get him saying, you know, we failed this season because we haven't won any trophies. But it's just
Crazy.
the truth. He doesn't have to say it for it to be the truth, does he?
Like you said earlier with Sterling, we got eyes. Like we've got eyes, and there's no statistics. There probably is, but there's no way you can look at Arsenal this year, Arsenal last year, and Arsenal the year before and say this is the best version. Which in theory it should be, because you're meant to build and build and build. We're not better defensively compared to last season. We're definitely not better in an attacking sense than we were the year before. Still, regardless, though, we're up there for goals, for clean sheets, for all of this. So we've got a base. We have stagnated. Moving on from that and keeping up the theme with Arteta, yeah. He said, Mikel Arteta, on what phase Arsenal are in from his planned 5-phase plan. He said phase 4-2-5, establishing yourself at the highest level in the Champions League, consistently performing with a lot of unity and being very close to touching big trophies. What's that mean to you? I got art. I can guess, but the people want to know.
Unity, and it's just so, Mikel, I know what you are, and you are a politician. Like that's it. I just think with Mikel, it's all about this, like, getting closer to where we want to be, and unity and doing it together and all that Disney
High School Musical, man.
Yeah, it's very much so Disney, so it means nothing to me. Mikel, whatever, but we're trying to win shit, so it's time to win something, brother. Like,
That's all we care about, but there's no point being great defensively and attacking and this player and that player and best team in 2024, bro. Win something, bro. That's it. That's it. Like, nobody, Saliba is talking about trophies. And I know Arteta's not an idiot. Like, I think this is idiotic statement in isolation to how I feel. You're definitely saying something completely different. My last thing for you then, yeah. I had to ask about set pieces. Arsenal's last goal scored from,
they've fallen off.
Yeah, why though? We played 12 games, had 94 corners without success. Is it because Saka's not here?
I think that's a big part of it is the deliveries aren't the same with Saka. And like, Saka's our best deliverer, and then Declan is second. But I just feel like with Arsenal, there's always this desperation to overcomplicate things and to start changing things even when you don't need to. When we were doing short corners against Manchester United, one of the worst defensive sides when it comes to set pieces and not just putting it in the mixer, it was pissing me off so badly. We overthought it. There's a bunch of over fucking thinkers in this club. When we get it right, it's so good because it's like perfect. But then they're like, yeah, but let's just change this thing. Arteta and Yover and Inaki Kanya all have that same disease. They love to overthink it. You are a great set piece coach, but you have like tweaked it just ever so much where it doesn't work anymore. Hit it in the mixer, because most times we are bigger than the team that we're playing. And I don't understand why we just don't put it on Gabriel's head and let him head it in the back of the net. Just do that. The short corners, like we were doing short corners and putting it on the volley for, like, not Zlatan. Like, this isn't Zlatan. Like, you're not going to be able to flick it up to him at the top of the box and they're going to be able to volley it into the back of the net. You're doing that for Declan Rice. And I love Declan, but I don't care how many times he does it in training, he's not doing it in the real game. Like, I don't fucking get what we're doing, but they've fallen off.
A lovely volley against United, though. Different context, but you're right.
Yeah. There's the overthinking, the desperation to change things when you don't have to. And then there's the lack of good deliveries because Saka is no longer there. And then there's the people have found us out a little bit probably as well. And so some of the things that we've wanted to do haven't worked out as much, but just fucking put it on somebody's head. You have Saliba and Gabriel, fucking huge. Marino is out there. just hit them. Yeah. Like, what are we doing, man? So it's just crazy. But the fact that he has like a little mural is funny.
Do you know what? Funny enough, yeah, I think too much is being done by it. I mean, of course, I find it cringy and all of this, but on one hand, I like it because obviously I wish this wasn't a thing, but like these are guys that are the heartbeat of the football club to a sense. Like obviously Arteta or any other manager, you man are the managers, but you've got your coaching stuff, so it is quite nice. And I think out of all the things that are cringy with Arteta, the Arteta sexuals, the unnecessary badgering of the manager, the fucking North London Forever song, like there's so much things we need to get eradicate before that. But I hear you though, I do hear you, but that's what we are as a club. One love for the super chat. But with that, though, we are unnecessarily overrunning. The good news is that we are running over to Jess's stream immediately. Let people know they can find you, even though they know.
Yeah, just my name is in the title, I think.
Sell it a bit more there. Where's the energy? What's all that about?
I don't know.
But it is in the title for voice work.
Yeah, you can click my name in the title, and then Jessica Black TV on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. So
yeah, man. With that being said, people, join us over on Jess's platform. We're gonna continue rambling about Arsenal. We'll see you in about a second, people.
Yeah,
one
2
love.
seconds. Bye, guys.
2 seconds, man. You always just